It's a good morning to you all and welcome to Asake Online. My name is Zenzele Ndebele and this is the Breakfast Club. Today in our show, Siyabe Sikhuluma lo councilor ka Ward 9, Donaldson Mabutho, and we'll find out from him what are his expectations and also as a councilor and also what he hopes to achieve. I think he was elected for the first time this time around, and he will be telling us as a councilor what is it that he wants to achieve for Ward 9. Welcome to the program, sir.
Welcome, boss.
Yes. Briefly, maybe you can tell us, who is Donaldson Mabutho?
Okay, thank you very much. Donaldson Mabutho, I was born at Ndebele Hospital on the 7th of February, 1983. I went to Nkulumani Primary School in Popoma up to grade 6. Thereafter, I moved to Masvingo, where my paternal grandfather resides, where I finished my primary at Madziviri Primary School, then proceeded to Ngundu Holt Secondary School. After that, I came back to Bulawayo. I went to Bulawayo Polytech, where I did my certificate in transport management as well as my higher diploma in transport management. In 2008, I got employed to one of the local transport company. By then, it was Yebo Channel Autos. I was the transport supervisor. And thereafter, I was elevated to the position of the transport manager when the company changed then to Copville Holdings. In 2012, I had attained my higher international diploma in transport management through CILT, Chartered Institute of Transport Technology, Chartered Institute of Transport and Logistics Management, which is based in United Kingdom, but I was doing it here. Thereafter, I was elevated to the position of group transport operations manager. And I was later running 3 companies, which is Channel Ranching, Okuhle Zimbabwe, and Copville Holdings. Also, between 2008 and 2012, I did my certificate in Biblical Studies with Harvest House International. I also did my diploma in Biblical Studies with Harvest International Church, as well as my higher diploma in Pastoral Studies.
So,
in brief, that's Donaldson Mabutho for you.
So when did you into the church into the politics?
Yes.
When did you decide to be a politician?
Yeah, actually, when we have discovered that the church is shying away from taking political positions, we always cry for corruption, misgovernance, because we don't have born-again leaders in those positions of influence. And it was my motivation and my belief that if we are saying Zimbabwe for Jesus, and if we are saying no to corruption, no to misgovernance, no to what, we need born-again leaders in those positions of influence. Especially, like, I decided to contest for local government, that let me begin there as I grow up, going upwards.
So this is the first time when it's one council?
Yes, boss.
Yeah. So
yes.
What is it that you want to achieve with one council?
One council, thank you very much. There are quite a number of issues which I believe I need to achieve as a councillor, especially in my ward, Ward 9. I had gone the ward to consult and to see what needs to be attended. I did notice that there is the issue of poor lighting in Popoma, and I was thinking around it, how are we going to achieve this to make sure that my ward is full of lights. There is high criminal activity which is happening because the areas are dark. And I have got a proposal which I will take to council that we need to introduce solar lights, because we have got existing structures already which are in place. For instance, you take the Patapata Road coming to Mahomva Road, kuvele kulama pole, there are poles which were there showing that there were lights which were there before, but right now they are no longer there. So those existing structures, if we are to use them and erect solar lights there, it will improve. We move also to Mazibisa Road. There are also existing structures there in Mazibisa Road where we can actually put solar lights, and also the issue of tower lights. We need also to introduce the issue of solar tower lights to save our ZES. I understand that the nation is also importing ZES, and as a nation, I think we are facing quite a number of tribulations, challenges in as far as the importation of ZES is concerned. So if we are to use our God-given energy, it will work better for us and even for my ward. Secondly, the issue of our roads, you can actually see that they are in a sorry state. The reason being is that we saw the responsibility which was there before, that people used to pay for a vehicle license to Bulawayo City Council. And that thing was taken by the central government, and it is now being run by SNAR. It is actually affected the issue of rehabilitations of roads. There is no money, meaningful money which is coming from the central government to make sure that these roads are put in place. But what I think as a councillor, what I'm also going to push is that we need to push the budget for roads so that our roads can be in shape. And more so, I think, if my memory serves me right, I was watching the inaugural speech of President Mnangagwa, that we need to devolve power. So I believe that if he is going to stick with his words, and we are given that point that we need to grow our economies, and every resource which is for Bulawayo benefits and develops Bulawayo, I think it will be very easy for us to make sure that the issue of roads is what is attended to. Because we need to bring the issue of that collection of money for vehicle licensing to Bulawayo to save VC and maintain our roads. Right. The other thing is the issue of sewer. You will find that in Popoma there are 4 perennial sewers which have affected that area for quite a number of years. You know, the sewer is fixed today, tomorrow it bursts. The sewer is fixed today. There is a Machoan sewer where we were told that there was a pump there, it was stolen. There is the issue of Ndebele sewer. There is the issue of the sewer, which is close to the councillor's office by the housing office there. And the other sewer by Mashasha, somewhere there. And I had done the investigation. What is actually making these sewers to burst? When I consulted the people who were there by then, the elderly were there by then, they told me that these sewers were erected in 1954. And by then there was control of urban population, whereby there was a limited number of people who were supposed to stay in the urban areas. But now you'd see that the volumes have ballooned, and those sewers have actually passed through their heydays. They can't withstand the load. So I strongly believe that in council I will push for my ward that quite a substantial amount is allocated to make sure that new pipes which can contain or withstand the load which is now there is sorted out. The other thing, coming now to other issues affecting the resident, we have got people living in the resident with disabilities. What is the plan which the councillor has for those people? Because it's a critical thing which the people who are living in the community in my ward have raised. And I said that these people have got quite a number of centers, council assets there, which are in Popoma, where we can do certain projects to those people. Remember, the councillor will be working in hand with the MP. There is that money which comes from the central government for constituent development, the CDF, the Constituent Development Fund. I will sit with my MP that can you allow a certain amount to finance this group of people, the people living with disabilities. I think they also need to be empowered. Also, we have got an orphanage village which is running in Popoma there, run by Umama Otonguma Chabalala. If that thing is properly funded and is properly looked into, it's something which is affecting the community in a big way. Siyabona intanda lapha ziyabuya zamkuso sama donations ukuthi abantwana baphatele isikolo, this and that. But that land, I think there must be land which must be allocated to build that orphanage village in Popoma there. Because what she's doing a splendid job. Something which I have noticed as a councillor, these are some of the things which I also need to look into. There's also the issue of the mayor's chair fund. That thing should benefit the less privileged also in my area. The issue of the schools which are in our area. Good to know. As a good councillor, I need to keep good relations with the school heads. I want another coaches school. People are being expelled from school. Parents have no money. I also that it is a burden which the councillor should take upon himself to go and negotiate and make payment plans for the residents so that we don't have school dropouts. Our funny bridge because they've dropped out of school.
So it looks like we lay agendas.
Yes.
But for Bulawayo, what are some of the policies that you hope to push for Bulawayo to improve the development of the city?
The development, yeah, true. I think the thing starts with us as councillors. We need to be very transparent. We need to be accountable. And I think very soon we'll be sworn in. We need also to declare our assets as councillors, so that the public can have confidence. There's this thing that has been going all around that the councillors are stealing, councillors are corrupt, councillors are this and that. I think to guard against that, we need transparency, we need accountability, we need to declare our assets as a council. So that tomorrow you will stand and answer for how within a short space of time you have accumulated this. Where did you get that from? For example, you see Councillor Mabutho has got 10 stands, he owes this, he owes that land, it's bought by Councillor Mabutho, that land. No. We need to come and discharge ourselves as servants who want to develop the city. And also even investors. Investors come when they see that these people whom we are dealing with are very transparent and honest. You see. So in terms of Bulawayo, the onus is on us as the city fathers. How are we going to discharge ourselves? Are we going to discharge ourselves in a manner which will lure investors to come and invest in our city? Because investors need, remember, devolution is coming. We are going to councilable authority. We will be literally running the government of the city of Bulawayo. So it all then comes back to the issue of transparency, accountability, which will make us to receive investors to come and invest in our area. Look at the industry. The industry is dilapidated. It has long passed through its 8 days. It is now like a place which is which I will refer like a place which is in the back of beyond, where there is no sign of human existence. I think let's cover this. So we need to come with the clear plans as councillors. But look, guys, we are coming. We are a new team. Mabutho angilandlu bantu bakithi ngiyaloja ngile bhasikili ngile nkukhu eyodwa and this and that. Do you understand? So you'll find that as we move right up to 2023, when we maybe wanted to seek re-election into office again, people will look at us and say, you guys for the past 5 years, how have you discharged yourself? Were you transparent? Were you honest? Were you not stealing the resources of the city of Bulawayo?
Yeah, one of the issues that you're talking about, I mean, have you, when I know there is this contest amongst councillors for mayor, the deputy mayor, have you applied for any post?
No, actually, I haven't applied for that post, though I had interest in the deputy mayor's post, but I thought that no, I'm coming to council for the first time. I think I need to go to council and learn. I don't need to be greedy and to be over ambitious. So I dropped for that sake that no, the people who have been there, let them lead. I'm going there not only to learn, but to gain also what experience. Do you understand? So I had those ambitions, but after doing self-introspection, I said, no, I think for now it's too early. Let me just park that one.
So you are the good candidate for the question that I'm going to ask.
Yes.
Mainly from the fact that you are not a candidate in the mayoral, but also in the fact that in your introduction you told me that you was a Logobla.
Yes.
And the context right now that we are hearing, civic society, councillors themselves, the councilor, in your view, to start with, who qualifies to be a mayor?
Thank you very much. You know, that's a very sensitive area which we need to deal with properly. That issue was once raised when we were being called as candidates, in halls where there were certain guys which were coming. To say that this person is from Masvingo, is from maybe Tonga land, and is from Shangani land or whatever, and so you cannot come and be the mayor of the city of Bulawayo. I think that's wrong. Or to be the councillor into the city of Bulawayo. When Zach, I want to just give you how I thoroughly looked into this thing and to see what are the repercussions of uttering such kind of statement, especially to a province called the Metropolitan Province. In my ward, there are 10,091 registered voters. When I got that ZEC disc, which has got the voters roll, I had to break that to reduce it to hard copies where I printed on the A3. I think I had 124 pages. I had to look at the polling station by polling station by polling station, the people who are registered as voters. And it's shocking, my brother. 7,666 people have got Shona Sendems in my ward. And then you go to your ward and say, Asifunu councillor Olishona. Do you understand? Maybe you are a fellow candidate into other. And remember, these people are supposed to vote for you. They are registered voters. They are the Shonas. You understand? And to give this example, that if the people are saying, let Ndebele votelani, we want to unite the city, we want to unite the nation. We don't want to unite, we don't want to divide the city on ethnic lines. The moment we talk of any ethnicity, I think we'll be losing everything. In as much as we respect that the people, us in Bulawayo, I think we have got this specificity. We need to own this thing, and which I, to a certain extent, I do support. Do you understand? They should be a mayor or an Ndebele, and because this is Ndebele, and yes, we understand it's a metropolitan province, but to balance things, I think if we can have a Ndebele mayor and a deputy mayor who is shown, I think it will balance everything. But I also strongly support, because I've heard a lot of cries. You hear it about it in media, you hear it wherever you go, and all that eyes, Funu Umea Ndebele. And when the people speak, I think we need to support, because these are the people who own the thing. Do you understand? But at the same time, let us respect the issue of other tribes and what. We are one. We are one city. For example, I'll tell you myself personally, because we need to tell each other the truth. My paternal grandfather, ubaba ozala ubaba wami, is from Swaziland, Mabutho. Because people are saying, where is this Mabutho coming from? To understand. He's from Swaziland, to understand. But when he moved from Swaziland, to understand. And you will be treated as what? As a Shona or as a what? But I'm not a Shona, I'm not a Ndebele. If you had to trace my DNA and my blood, I'm from Swaziland. You would find that even my paternal grandmother is Malolo, born Lomakumalo. To understand. But I also appreciate that I grew up among the Shona. And what a tribe, a very good tribe, which we also need to respect. Even Sikona person in Ndebele in Ndebele land. I think this thing kumele ukuthi sihloniphane kuphela and lokuthi abantu sinjani simambane. You'd find ukuthi omnye umuntu uyasuka khona le, for example, from Masvingo semfuna ubuya senzotshintsha isibongo lapho uthi nguvundle. And but when I know that I'm from what? From Mashonaland, and you do understand. This is what Bulawayo wants to know. If you are from Masvingo, tell Bulawayo that I'm from Masvingo. Do you understand? Because we need to be open and be honest to each other. Why would I want to come and hide my identity so that because I want a position of a councillor in Bulawayo? That's wrong.
So when besides the tribe, what kind of a councillor are you looking at? What kind of a mayor are you looking at?
I think I will draw you back to what we've been discussing. And after everything has been said over and above, I was one of the guys who went to Harare when mayors were being interviewed and deputy mayors, just accompanied my colleagues there. And you'd hear the talk that even the people in Harare, they also respect this thing that let's have a mayor who is from Ndebele land. So it's not something which we can keep on debating. The people of Ndebele have spoken. We have heard their concerns. Abanikazi bedolobho leli abadala babevele bekhona. They are saying we need a mayor who is Ndebele. And I think you need to go with the tide. I support it. You see, we don't want to keep on no. The city needs to move forward.
I think you have made a lot of sense and many important contributions, and we look forward to working with you in the next 5 years.
Yes,
and probably after 5 years, call you here and say, Mr. Mabutho.
Yeah, this is what you said. Yes.
What have you done? Yeah.
True.
That was a councillor for Ward 9, Donaldson Mabutho. Umfana wazalelwa kuBulawayo wakhulela eMasvingo umswati. So I mean, it's interesting sometimes when we have people who are not Ndebele or Shona bringing their perspective because they are not influenced by their tribe.
Yes.
So I hope that during the next 5 years will be in the next 5 years we'll be interacting with him and follow his developments in the council. Thank you very much for coming to this program, and to those who are following the discussion. Until we meet again tomorrow, have a good day.